15 hidden habits that secretly drain your energy. Do you sometimes feel deflated without knowing why? Today, we're shining a light on the 15 sneaky culprits quietly zapping your energy, so you can reclaim your enthusiasm and get moving. 1. Constantly checking your phone. You know that little dopamine hit every time you get a like, a comment, or a message? Those endless notifications? They're not just distractions, they're energy leeches. Think about it. Every glance, every interruption pulls you away from the present moment. This fragments your attention, making you less focused and depleting your mental reserves. If you're scrolling aimlessly, you are, in essence, feeding your energy into the digital abyss. 2. Overconsumption of caffeine. Don't get me wrong, a cup of joe can kickstart your morning, but here's the headline. Too much can backfire. High caffeine levels push your adrenal glands into overdrive, producing a flood of stress hormones. This is like asking your car to continuously run in high gear. Over time, your body wears out, your sleep becomes erratic, and your energy levels get lower and lower. So remember, moderation is key. 3. Perfectionism. It seems harmless. You're just trying to do your best, right? But this compulsion to make everything just right creates mental gridlock. Each time you overanalyze, nitpick, or hesitate in the name of perfection, you use up enormous amounts of mental energy. Plus, that self-induced pressure, it doesn't just weigh down your projects, but your spirit too. 4. Gossip and negative talk. It's tantalizing and juicy, but wow, is it draining? Think about it. Every moment you spend indulging in others' business or talking negatively, you feed into a lower vibrational energy. This doesn't just affect your mood, it saps your personal energy reserves. Try making an effort to cut negative talk out, elevate your conversations, and observe the impact it has on your energy. 5. Not setting clear boundaries. Have you ever felt like the world is tugging at you from all angles? This could be because of the boundaries, or lack thereof, you've set. Saying yes to everything, overcommitting, letting people cross lines. It doesn't just lead to physical exhaustion, but a deep emotional and mental drain as well. By not establishing clear boundaries, you allow external demands to dictate your pace, leading to a feeling of being overwhelmed. It's true that it's not easy to set these boundaries, especially when we fear displeasing others. But remember, every time you say yes to someone unnecessarily, you might be saying no to your own well-being. It's like leaving all your doors and windows wide open during a storm. You wouldn't do that, would you? So why let your energy be whisked away? 6. Poor diet choices. Alright, I know those chips are delicious and that soda feels refreshing, but what we put into our bodies plays a massive role in our energy output. Food is our fuel. Imagine trying to run a high-end car on low-grade fuel. Not the best performance, right? Constantly feeding on processed foods, sugary treats, and excessive fats might give you a momentary high, but in the long run, they're depleting your vitality. They can cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, leading to an energy roller coaster. So next time you reach for that snack, ask, is this fueling my energy or draining it? 7. Irregular sleep patterns. Sleep, the underestimated hero of our lives. We often take pride in burning the midnight oil or pulling an all-nighter, but irregular sleep patterns may be doing more harm than we realise. Sleep isn't just about quantity, but also quality and consistency. When our body doesn't know when it'll rest next, it's always on edge and in a state of mild panic. And this uncertainty, it's a silent energy drain. Our body has a natural rhythm, a cycle. Disrupting this cycle is like trying to swim upstream. It's impossible, but it takes so much more effort. So, decide on a regular bedtime and stick to it. You will certainly feel the benefits. 8. Stagnant lifestyle. Ever felt trapped in a loop? Days blending into one another? Routines becoming monotonous? That's what we call a stagnant lifestyle, and it's an insidious energy drainer. We are beings of movement, of change, and of growth. When our days become a repetitive loop, our mind and body yearn for change. This doesn't have to mean making huge, life-altering changes. Simple things like a new hobby, a different route to work, or even rearranging your room can reinvigorate your spirit. Challenge yourself, Change things up a bit and watch your energy soar. 9. Disconnecting from nature. Now, I want you to take a moment and think, when was the last time you truly connected with nature? I'm not talking about that brief walk from your car to your office building. I mean genuinely immersing yourself in the outdoors. Nature has an innate healing rhythm, a pulse that our very DNA resonates with. Our ancestors lived in harmony with nature, but today we're more entwined with concrete jungles and digital screens. This detachment isn't benign. It slyly depletes our energy reserves, making us feel more fatigued and disconnected. Nature is an accessible source of rejuvenation. Whether it's the rustling of leaves, the sound of flowing water, or the mere sensation of earth under your feet, these experiences ground us, bringing a surge of fresh energy. So, next time you feel that inexplicable fatigue, maybe it's nature calling you back. 10. Overloading with information. Living in the digital age, we are bombarded with information 24/7. News, social updates, emails, alerts, it's an incessant stream. While staying informed is crucial, there's a thin line between being aware and drowning in an information deluge. Each piece of data we consume demands cognitive processing, and when it's an overload, our brain, like any machine running at its maximum capacity, heats up, wears out, and eventually needs a cool down. Information fatigue isn't just a fancy term, it's a real, tangible energy drain. Cultivate the art of selective attention. Choose what's relevant and give your mind the much needed break it deserves. 11. Holding on to the past. We all have our stories, memories, and past experiences. Some are heartwarming, others not so much. Holding on to past regrets, grudges, or even nostalgic moments might seem harmless, but here's the catch. Mentally and emotionally, you're reliving those moments, expending energy on events that no longer exist in your present reality. It's like carrying a heavy backpack while trying to climb a hill. The added weight slows you down, making the journey more strenuous. Embrace the present, learn from the past, but don't let it consume you today. 12. Lack of personal time. In this globalized, hyper-connected world, me time has become somewhat of a luxury. And I get it. Duties call, responsibilities beckon. But when was the last time you sat down with just your thoughts for company? Personal time isn't selfish, it's about reconnecting with your inner self, understanding your feelings, and yes, recharging your energy. Without this personal sanctuary, we're constantly running on borrowed energy, which, let's face it, is never as invigorating as our own. Carve out moments in your day, even if it's just a few minutes, to just be with yourself. Trust me, your energy levels will thank you. 13. Neglecting personal growth. Picture a wilting plant, starved of nourishment. It's just surviving, not thriving. Similarly, think about your own growth. When we stop investing in our personal and professional development, it's akin to neglecting the plant. You see, we're beings of evolution. Our minds crave learning, challenges, and opportunities to expand. When we plateau, when days become monotonous cycles of the same tasks, there's an inherent feeling of stagnation. This stagnancy seeps into our energy levels. Just like muscles become weak without use, our mental and emotional energies wane when not channeled into growth. So, pick up that book, join that course, learn that new skill, and challenge your perspectives. Not only will you add more dimensions to your life, but you'll also reinvigorate your dwindling energy reservoir. 14. Chronic multitasking. Now I want you to truly ponder. In our quest to maximize productivity, are we stretching ourselves too thin? Multitasking, once hailed as the epitome of efficiency, is turning out to be one of the most profound energy drainers. You see, the human brain, despite its astounding capabilities, works best when focused on one task at a time. Juggling multiple tasks divides not just our attention, but our energy too. So, the next time you take pride yourself on keeping multiple tabs open, literally and metaphorically, remember, you might be splintering your energy. Aim for depth, not breadth. Dive deep, focus, and watch your productivity and energy soar in unison. 15. Surrounding yourself with energy vampires. Ever been around someone and felt inexplicably drained afterward? Not physically, but mentally and emotionally sapped. Welcome to the realm of energy vampires. These aren't mythical creatures, but real people who knowingly or unknowingly sap the vitality out of you. Constant negativity, persistent pessimism, ceaseless complaints. Being around such individuals is like having a slow puncture in your energy tyre. It might not be evident immediately, but over time you feel deflated. Guarding your energy isn't just about what you do for yourself, it's also about being aware of who you allow into your personal space. Foster relationships that uplift, inspire, and rejuvenate. Remember, energy is contagious, so surround yourself with the energy you want to experience in life. Revealed those sneaky energy thieves? Now, let's propel you further. Find out if your mornings are setting you back, or face up to the hard truths so you can begin to embrace life fully. If we sparked your curiosity, reward us with a thumbs up, comment below, and make sure you're subscribed for more.